An Oakland family lost a son this morning. He died trying to rescue his family from a fire. The victim was a 37-year-old who was going to propose to his fiancée next week. Just a terrible tragedy, as I said, in Oakland. Here's ABC 7 News reporter Ansar Hassan.
The family of Stephen Weatherford started Christmas Day mourning his loss. He died trying to save his family from their burning house.
Stephen was truly the best person you could ever be. He loved his family, his friends, everybody so much. He died trying to get them out the house, and he succeeded. I loved him so much.
LaShante Mayo was Stephen's girlfriend. She just learned on Christmas morning that he was going to propose on New Year's Eve.
I know he's looking down on us right now, and I don't know what else to say. I just wish he was here right now.
His aunt, Eunice Smith, says for generations, the Weatherford had hosted big holiday parties like Christmas at the family home. She says Stephen was sleeping on the couch when the fire erupted.
He was just trying to save everybody, make sure everybody was out the house. He may not have known that they all went out the back. And my other nephew was calling for him because they were all in the back, and they were calling, Stephen, come out, come out. And they heard him screaming, and he never made it out.
The Oakland Fire Department said.
So what I'm understanding is first of all, I just want to say my condolences to the family. This brother was a hero. Okay, let's just say that. Let's just say that first. He was a hero. Okay, and what I'm understanding from this story that I didn't understand at first is that his wife to be, who was talking in the beginning, they were not in the house. He was at a family's house with his auntie and other kids. So now I'm just giving what I'm a breakdown of what I actually see here. I'm gonna keep going.
As the cause of the fire is still unknown, but that it got a call around 6:15 a.m. of a house fire. When crews arrived on scene, they found Stephen's body inside. They believe he was likely overcome and disoriented by the smoke and appeared to have died from smoke inhalation.
See, he was a good person. He was a good family man, so it's important that, he saved his family. He saved 4 people in that house. He woke them up and he saved them. And he went back, I guess, because he wasn't sure if everybody was out of the house. So yes, he was a hero.
Mayo's mother, Sandra Clark, also had high praise.
Said the brother saved 4 people in that house. He saved his family. He put everybody first. You understand? Let me keep going.
For who would have been her soon-to-be son-in-law.
And when I met him, I said, that's the one. That's the one. And her father and I, we all just loved him so much, and he loved her so much. And I found out that he was going to propose to her. He had bought the ring, and he didn't give a chance to give it to her, but it's in the house, and we're going to find it.
A GoFundMe account has been set up to help the family. In Oakland, Ansar Hassan, ABC 7 News.
Yeah, that's very sad. That's super sad. You know what I mean? That's unfortunate. But this brother was a hero. You understand? And you can't tell me black men don't love their families. You can't tell me a black man don't love a black woman, because he literally is willing to die, and he's willing to do whatever he has to do for the people that he loves. And this is a shining example in Stephen Weatherford, age 37. This brother, he did what he had to do. In a moment of chaos, he took action. In a moment of chaos, he did what he was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, brother. You're a hero. You know what I'm saying? May you rise again, brother. Man, it's crazy though, because when there's a fire, they say that when the smoke, like if you get one gulp of the smoke, it could literally make you pass out or make you dizzy. So it is a situation that is very dangerous. And you see all of the gear that the firefighters put on, all of that stuff they put on just to go and save someone. Well, when you are a man that loves your family, you're not thinking about none of that. You're not thinking about, oh, I'm going to inhale some smoke. I'm not going to be able to get to this room and that room. And all you thinking about is I want to make sure everyone is out there. So he did what he did the damn thing. He did what he was supposed to do. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, he went back in there for that ring. He went in there for a ring, and a ring or any type of jewelry, a lot of times it will survive through a fire. Now, if it's a really hot fire and it's really small jewelry, maybe it might melt. Maybe it might melt, but it's a material item. And it's hurtful to think that he didn't survive because of that material item and what it signifies and what it would have signified of him, starting a family with his future wife. So it's a catch-22. It's it's very heroic, but it's also hurtful to know that these material things ain't worth our lives. Our lives are far more important than anything material. And when it comes to a ring, I just want to say, and I don't want nobody to take this the wrong way. When it comes to a ring ain't even important. A ring is not even important. Most people, and I'm not saying this would have happened with them, I'm just saying most people don't even stay together nowadays. Our ancestors were staying together 50 and 60 years out of slavery together with no ring. So a ring really is not important, but I hate the fact of what it symbolizes to people, which puts so much importance on it. And it's just a material item. Your love is what's important. That love that you seen that woman had for him, and that love that you seen that he had for that woman, that is what was most important. That is what is important, most important when it comes to us, the people that are still alive. This brother is no longer here. And I don't there's no fault on his end, but the thing is that we put a lot of emphasis, and let me just sidebar a little bit. We put a lot of emphasis on things that are not important, material things that are not important. And I'll give you an example. A good example is like, just say somebody, you got jewelry on and somebody comes up to rob you. And instead of, just giving them the jewelry, you fight them. And then in some way you end up on the bad end of the stick. You end up unalived. Or you getting robbed, you sitting in your car and somebody is trying to rob you and you trying to fight back. Now, both of these scenarios I'm giving you, you at a disadvantage. First of all, you're in a disadvantage already because you're not expecting it, and then second of all, it's just a material item. So just give it up. Your life is more important than that. And the point I'm making is that our lives are more important than any material thing in this world. We are important as people. We're important. And this is not to down this brother, because I believe this brother did something that a lot of people would not have the heart to do. But I do know that a man that loves his family, he would have did that. He would have did the same thing. That loves his children, that loves his nieces and his nephews, he would have did the same thing. So it's not to down or take away from anything that happened with this brother. But I'm making the point that, because of that engagement ring, what we have to understand is material things are not as important as our lives.